kind of alert on, which would mean you would be, it would have been waking you up or something. Because I didn't want that. Sorry, give me 1 second, y'all. I am adjusting over on the white tee. I think of you. You said never too early, but that's not true. Coffee Art, welcome in. You said no one texts you. It is sometimes too early because Black Lotus, thank you for getting your heart me, because you need to be getting your rest. Right, Black Lotus? We need to be getting rest. All right, y'all. I think I'm all right now. For right now, this works. This is good enough for setup all around. I'm going to I am going to go ahead and there we go. I'm going to say a whole bunch of words. How many minutes have I been on? All right, let me see if I can make this thing work. The Crafty Fox Shop, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Black Lotus and Blondie, you all are my partners here every morning before before other folks come in. You both are always with me right from the beginning. You said you've been doing better. That's good. I'm going to I'll check the message. You said you sent me a message. I'll check. Black Lotus, I think Blondie might listen to you when you tell her that we need rest. Black Lotus, are you at the pool this morning? Or are you back already? Nothing exciting? Okay. All right, y'all. I am going to start saying all of the words. The Oh, that's good, Blondie. I'm glad to hear that. Y'all, does it seem like the image is a little bit like blurred? I guess the focus didn't happen yet. Okay. My name is Leanne. For the folks outside the room, my name is Leanne. I am an illustrator and a printmaker. This morning, I am working on carving. Hey, Kim, how are you? Good morning. Hey, Jared. Hey, Frank. Good morning. I am carving these doors and I need to get them finished. So I'm going to be working on that this morning. I'm good, Kim. How are you? All right, let me get started and stop playing around. let me get started because I need to finish this thing so I can test this stuff out. Ashley, welcome. You did, Kim. Hey Bala, how are you? I have one more. I have one more to post, Kim. The full thing with showing the iguana actually dropping out of the downspout. So I'm going to post that today, and then I'll be done. Pranks girls on street. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hey N33, hello. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Oh, you were there. Yeah, Kim, I forgot you were there. I'm gonna post the whole thing. I forgot that you saw the whole thing. You went back to the pool you're back from the pool. You went to the pool at 7. All right, Black Lotus, you are back. You are here with us. Y'all, if you cannot see what I'm doing, let me know so I can adjust because I need to keep pulling this closer to me. And it could mean that you are not seeing anything. Oh, I need to use this. Sorry, y'all. I need to use my I cannot see. I don't think I'll be able to see if I don't use it. My magnifying glass thing. I'm trying not to put it in your way though. Yeah, this is good. I need Oh, this is not gonna work. Did y'all see that? It's sliding. Usually I don't have that book. Like a boss, welcome in. Thank you for joining. What is this on my finger? Thanks for getting your heart, me, Kim. V Empress, welcome in. Yeah, I don't know where this is sitting on the screen. Can you see what I'm doing? Let me bring up this mobile preview. You can. All right, thanks, Kim. Get this little baby here. Kim, I I usually call them blocks because they're bounty, but it's a lino slab, a lino sheet. It's like a linoleum sheet that I'm carving. People call this Linocut print making. So this is just it's block printing, or it's a style of block printing. So you were you I think you were on at the end where I pulled that last print after the iguana, and I did that one last print and I pulled it out. So I carve these, I draw a design, I carve the design, and then I use ink on this sheet, and then I pull prints to make the design. Yeah. So when I pulled that last one, it wasn't from this sheet because I'm still carving this one, but it was something similar. So it's generally called printmaking, and then this is block printing, but they call this one Linocut because of this thing that I'm using. So I'm carving out some designs that I'm going to then print. Um, and it comes out, I'll show you. I have a print right here. So like this is a print of I need to hold it. I need to I don't know if you can. Oh, I should put it here because you can't see properly. So here, this is a print, and it was two different blocks because each color is on a different carving. And so I made those prints, made this print. I carved the design out first, and then I printed each color. Um, and then and then you get the finished print. And so in printmaking, I can pull 30 of these or however many I want, and it's considered an original piece of artwork. Each of Because of the uniqueness of the way it's pulled, and each one will have not the exact same marks. Each one is a original print. It's not a reproduction print. So it's on each one of these is then an original piece of artwork. So yeah, that is what I'm doing, my friend. Oh, I accidentally requested to be out. Oh wow, they pushed me out a little bit here. Well, I was like, what am I doing? Every time I have to sharpen this. I do sell them, Kim. I do. Um, I don't have anything. Hey, Leanne. Welcome in. Hello from one Leanne to another. I do, Kim. I I'm I'm revamping I'm trying to be careful how I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm revamping the place that you go to get them. So by next week I should have everything cleaned up and ready to go again. But yes, I do. And I have different sizes of stuff, different I do a lot of plant stuff, but I also do a lot of like body positivity style ones too. So yeah, I do sell them. We gotta be so careful with what we're saying on this on, on here. Hey True, good morning. Yeah, I feel like when I'm carving this one so far down, you can't really see it. Let me do this one because I think that's better. Hello from Cape Cod, Lizard 3. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Kay Lane Silver Flame, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. So these, I'm carving away, of course, the parts that I don't want to have, that I don't want to print. So that's what I'm carving away. Let me move this out of the way. And as usual, y'all, I have to sharpen this tool. I might have to either get this fixed in somewhere, y'all. I might have to buy a new one of this because I think that ever since I got this back from my friend that borrowed it, it's just really not, even when I sharpen it, it's not working, basically. I don't know what to do, and I guess let me try to get a little bit more. So yeah, I'm just sharpening the blade on this gouge. It's a really tiny, I don't remember what size it is, but it is a super tiny gouge, which is good for the super fine detail for me. Um, but lately, it hasn't been. I've not been able to get it sharp enough. This is nice. This is some. I don't know if it's actual wood, but it's like a wood. It is wood. It's a light wood, but this is a piece of leather, like a upside down piece of leather strap, they call it. And then this is a. It has some kind of. Kim, I hear you, Kim. I hear you. I hear what you're saying about that. Like that's what I'm here for, right? So we gotta. It's like we gotta figure it out. But I am. I'm not. I'm going to. I'm not going to not talk about it. Let's say that, Kim. I'm not going to not talk about it. But I am waiting to do any real push until I get by the beginning of next week, it should be everything should be ready to go. So I'm going to wait until everything is ready to go, and then I'm just gonna say I don't know what else to do. I'm going to find a creative way to do it, but I'm gonna test out different ones because you are 100% correct. So I gotta figure it out, but I will figure it out because I have to figure it out. That's the point of this. But you're right. Um, And I'm co-streaming on the YT right now, Kim. Empress, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Secondhand Glam, welcome in. Thank you for joining. HXBSTH, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Um, you did. Oh, good. Did you get another device, or did you use StreamYard? Because I think you said you have StreamYard. So Blondie, it is a piece of wood, and then this is a piece of leather, and this compound here, I don't even know what this is. This stick is some kind of compound that's for the sharpening, of course, but I don't know exactly what. Um, I do think I'm going to get what they call the whetstone, Blondie, to sharpen, because I'm wondering if that would be better. Oh, you did use StreamYard. Good. Did you because I know you were mentioning, I think your StreamYard was set up for the horizontal stream. Did you see on YT where you can you can change it so that it sends out a vertical stream also? Did you see that? Jared, welcome back. Secondhand Glam, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Sandra Fortson, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Folks, if you have questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I do not mind questions at all. I am sharpening my gouge, so that's what I'm doing. Um, so if again, if you have questions about anything, feel free to ask because I do not mind running my mouth and answering. Lizard, thank you, thank you for following. Lizard 3, I gotta tell you, I don't know if I showed up in your FYP because I was wrangling an iguana 2 days ago. Today's Saturday. That might be the case. Lizard, I think I might have shown up in your FYP because I was wrangling an iguana out of my downspout of my gutters yesterday. Not yesterday, Thursday. The good thing is though, y'all, the iguana got out. No iguanas were saved in the live stream. No iguanas were harmed by me at least. That downspout might have given it a hard time, but we got we got that iguana out, and the iguana is off back out into the world doing whatever iguanas do. Yeah, yeah, I was it was wild because the incident actually occurred on my live stream on Thursday morning. He looked like he wanted to fight. He looked like to me looked like he looked dazed. Like then like at first it was like, oh, I got out. Now, how did that happen? You were right, Kim, like ready to fight. But it is off into the world. My mom was convinced that the iguana was in my house. I was like, how? How? It's not here. Lisa, guess what? I mean, it's not the whole live stream, but I am going to post. I have two videos. You don't see the iguana dropping out in the videos I have posted, but I do have two videos posted right now. And after the live stream, I'm going to post the full video where you can actually see the iguana dropping out of the downspout. So you feel free to check out what I have, and then later today I am going to post the other one. But I'm convinced that that's why I showed up in your FYP. That is so funny. This algorithm. I mean, I know we know how it works, but it always is so interesting to me. Yeah, right after the live, I'll post it because the video is ready to go. I just I didn't post it yet, and I think that will be it. Oh, Kim, I gotta find you on YT and subscribe too. I'll do that too after. Hey, Trisha T. Black Lotus, look who's here. Trisha T is here. All right, yeah, let's see if that had any impact. How are you? Good morning. All right, yeah, so this particular move here is, when you sharpen like a knife, if you're sharpening an edge, sometimes it gets, I think, like those little burrs, like those little metal splint burr things. Y'all, I'm gonna be reckless and just dust that off the table. I'll vacuum after. I am good, Trisha. No complaints at all. And now, Billy Mo, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Thank you for getting your heart me and for the Go Populars. Kim, thank you for the roses. Alright, y'all. Let's see if I can move this. You know, I need to keep this closer to me. I think what I need to maybe do is move my camera a little bit. You said you ran. You ran into the piano because you needed to run to come ask Trisha if what's for breakfast. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm trying to give you a better view. I need to make an adjustment. Hey, Nika. Good morning. I think that might be a little tiny bit better. So that even if I pull it closer to me, you can still see it. Yeah, I think that's a little better. Oh, yeah. I feel a little bit of a difference. I need to spend a little bit more time on the sharpening, but this difference is pretty good for right now. I'm going to pull this down. I'm going to try not to have it in a position where it blocks you all. So you all have to let me know if it's blocking and you cannot see, or if at any point, because I'll have my head down and I'm spinning the block around and I don't know if you can see it. If you can see what I'm doing. That is a little bit of a thing that I have to contend with when I'm doing the live stream carving, because I want y'all to see as much as possible, but I also need to make sure I have the right leverage so I don't make a mistake and or so I always have to protect my fingers. Now, if someone was to ask me what's the one bit of advice I have for somebody like interested in carving, printmaking carving, is before you push that blade, make sure that your other hand is out of the path, because the blade can slip quite easily for whatever reason. Do not take it as an indicator of your skill level. As you practice, will you get better at the blade not slipping? Sure, but it can still happen, you know? So always make sure that your hand, a lot of people do this, and that's a recipe for disaster, right? Because, yeah, my screensaver came on. Oh, yeah, what's my password to my computer? Sorry, I know you all could see me, but I couldn't see. What was cute? I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I'll have to look at the replay. I was too busy trying to log back in. Faith Notes Official, welcome in. Thank you for joining. So yeah, a lot of people do this, and you see this, right? I'm looking. Ah, that is cute. Oh my gosh. I never saw that before. Thank you, Nika Grace, for both of them. I was grateful for the other one too. It is very cute. Folks, especially the folks that are newer in the room. My name is Leanne. I'm an illustrator and a printmaker, primarily a printmaker, and I go live every day. Some days I'm here in the morning and at night. I'm here every morning at 9 a.m. Doing various things. Some days I'm here doing some kind of printmaking, whether it's carving or printing. And some days I'm here doing oh, Faith Notes. I will show you. Give me 1 second. And some days I'm here doing basic drawing exercises because I started a back to basics drawing practice for myself. So today I am carving this lino cut for some prints that I'm going to do. I'm going to try out some ACEOs with it, see how that works out for us. So Faith Notes Official, I am using TikTok Live Studio. TikTok Live Studio is set up in a way that you can. It's set up similar to other streaming platforms like StreamYard, OBS, that kind of thing, where you can have multiple camera sources or multiple sources that are displayed on your screen. And so I'm able to have the view of me is my computer camera, and then the overhead view, I will show you my jerry rig setup here. You see my this is our webcam that I have just over the, oh, I didn't even realize so much of it was showing. Y'all have to see behind me, the mess behind me. But that is a webcam that I have over the print, over the work. So I have it on a track. Today I have it on a, it depends on what I'm doing, how I set up the webcam. But today I have it on a tripod so that there's a larger viewing space. When I'm drawing, I usually actually have it a little bit, I usually have it a little bit closer to the thing that I'm working on. So do you have TikTok Live Studio, Faith Notes? November Rain, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Let me put this over here because I think I can see enough without it right now. Oh yeah, this is much better, I think. So Faith Notes, you go live right now. I can tell you where you can go get it. If you go to TikTok.com and log into your account and go onto your account from the web from TikTok.com, in the menu on the left, you'll see an option there. It's either there says growth tools or it might say more. Once you go into the more, you can click on growth tools. And under growth tools, you'll see an option for Live Studio. And it's an actual program that you're going to download onto your computer and install. It's not a web. It's not it's not through the app. So it's a program that you install on your computer, PC or Mac. Before they didn't have the Mac version available to everyone, but PC or Mac, and then you'll run your live stream through there. Trisha, me too. I'm like really curious to see, which is why I need to really sit down and get them finished. I really need to. So, Faith Notes, you should be able to get it that way. You are welcome. Anytime. Oh, Maximalist, good morning. You know, I saw when you came in, and I was like, I have to remember to say hello to you when I finish my little spiel, and then I totally forgot. Good morning. How are you this morning? So easily with the distractions. Like my brain, too many tabs open. I am, yeah, like somebody asked, I think somebody asked me earlier, and I was like, I actually am good. I feel sometimes I have to warm up in the morning, but this morning I feel all right. This morning I feel all right. There's so many little tiny things that I need to get out here. This is not even the like the, the tiniest detail. I've done some tinier, but not each individual thing. This is going to be. I'm kind of excited to print these. I definitely think I'm going to print these on live. Y'all have been watching me carve this thing. We gotta, at the very least, maybe a test print on live. I'm not even going to. I'm just going to take the plunge and go ahead and print it because really, I don't know if y'all were here when I was talking about it, but when we've been talking about like the viability of an ACEO, like ACEOs, for me even like this is a lot of work. Um, the carving of the block, and then now I can use this multiple times because I can do different things with the background and make a bunch of ACEOs. So hopefully people will like this the doors idea. But in general, like from that perspective, when I was talking to So, it was more the thing that made the most sense to me about it was that in the past when it has been popular, because it's like a resurgence, y'all. So said it when they were here before, and I had known that it was something that had been popular in the past also, but I never like participated and I didn't have a full understanding of what it was. So now I'm doing a little bit more digging and understanding. But you know what Soso's point was at that time, and I'm at it was a way for folks to practice their craft and still be in this place where they were trading the things that were produced um, from that practice, and it wasn't just you just you make all these drawings, you do all these things in your practice, and then you just kind of stack them in a pile and nothing happens to them. So it was more along those lines, and for me that was that made sense to me because I am doing so much practice of stuff right now, which is something that I hadn't been doing in the past. And so now then that makes sense for me, right? It's like then it becomes practical because I would have had that stuff just sitting anyway. Where dreams welcome in. Thank you for being here this morning. So, hey Dana, good morning. So I think that's the direction. If I think about it from that perspective and I approach it from that perspective of it's work that's been practiced to sell, then then it becomes something that's a viable option for me. Anyway, I'm rambling a little bit. So y'all know the drill. If you have questions or you want to discuss anything on topic or off topic, I'm not even sure what our topic is anymore. We talk about everything. So we don't have any specific topic. But TikTok, definitely send people in here that are interested in printmaking. people that might be interested in you're gonna work on a video while we chat. Oh, awesome! I love Dina that you always work on something while you're here. Here for a rambler wherever it goes, right? It's like Tanya said. Um, I'm trying to remember which was it, the live stream after the iguana or during, and Tanya was like, "This live stream never fails to go down a road that is always enjoyable." Like, people, I I laugh because people think the iguana is like. I'm not saying that the iguana wasn't drama, but honestly, if I think about the things that we end up talking about in here, and the shenanigans we get up to sometimes, I'm sometimes like, makes perfect sense that I would be trying to pull an iguana out of the downspouts. It makes perfect sense that that would have happened to us. So, it's all right. We're good. We enjoy it. Thank you for the follow, Faith Notes. I appreciate you. If you are going to go down the road of trying it out and you run into any hiccups, just feel free to send me a quick note, and I'll see if I can even, like, if I have any tips that could be helpful. I won't guarantee that I would, but I might be able to tell you to click here instead of there, and that could help. Alright. Oh wait, Trisha, did you tell us what breakfast is? Oh, true. I know. You were in here, true. You've been here for a little bit. I'm excited too. One thing I'll say to y'all is I had said this. I don't think it was on the live, but I was saying it to somebody I was talking to. And I was like, I don't think and I don't know if this is the case for everyone, but one of the things that I love about printmaking is the reveal. Like especially that first one, right? You do all the things that Renata, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. You do all the things that you planned. You made your sketch. You thought it through. I sometimes go as far down as I'm really putting in my dark mark so I can see what my differences are and what I'm printing versus not. And you have all these plans and you do all the work you need to do with the carving or whatever it is, and you set things up in a way that ideally should end up in this one way. And then you pull that print, and whether it comes out the way you planned or not, for me, it's such an emotional experience. Because even if it comes out exactly as you envisioned it in your head, the result is always so much more magnificent to me. I have on Caroli Studios, welcome in. Thank you for joining. I have always I've cried tears, y'all, on many, many occasions when I pull my first print, because I mean I can imagine it's for a lot of reasons, because I know I put a lot of hard work into getting it to that place, because my vision is realized in a way that is far surpasses what I envisioned. And even like yesterday, not yesterday, Thursday, when I was doing that 3-color print, and I pulled that the black color. And I had intended for the registration to be so tight, but I already knew that it wasn't going to be, because I really didn't do a good job of setting up my registration. And I had a lot of additional plans for the print. After I printed the last color, I was going to go in and create a background pattern with gouache or something like that. And y'all, I mean, I think I mentioned it a little bit, but I don't think I spent a lot of time being like, Tech Pimp Q, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hey Joe, good morning. How are you? But when I pulled that first print, y'all, you said the close up was iguana leg was on your FYP today. That's so funny. I'm posting one more after the. Thank you for the roses, Joe. I'm posting one more after the live. I have one more on end to end where you actually see the iguana dropping out. And then I'm done. Oh, I actually am going to post one more. Nika gave me an idea for the one where I'm dropping all the F bombs. So I'm gonna do that, and then that's it. I'm not posting anymore iguanas because I I I am going to do an iguana print though, y'all. I have to. I think Joe, after you gave me all those like the iguana spirit animal context in addition to everything else, I was like, I really do have to do an iguana print. This was divine, like the universe was like, you, yeah, this time is for you. I'm gonna try, Dana. I'm gonna try. I don't know what else to do though. I don't know what else to do to get it pushed out. I'm gonna try. Hey, Be Easy. How are you? I really want it to, Dana. I really do. So I am going to do the iguana print after this. I'm gonna do it. Actually, I think I'm gonna do the drawing. I'm gonna do the drawing and start. Maybe I'll start carving at the same time. I'm gonna try to capitalize on it. Let's see what happens. I mean, let's not pretend that I'm not here to get my stuff out there, into the world. I don't want to pretend. I'm not pretending that's not what I'm here for too. That's a big part of what I'm trying to do. So yeah, you're all 80s pretty woman style pumping your arm and barking. That is so funny. I love it. Oh, be easy. That's not what I was owing about, but I remember this to be easy. Guess someone came into the live earlier. I don't know if they're still here. Lizard, are you still here? Someone with the username Lizard3 followed me and came into the live. I'm 100% sure that is because of our name for our iguana. Also, be easy. Yesterday, Nika Grace made a suggestion for the name. She knighted the iguana, so it's now Sir. What do we say? Is it Sir? Is it Steve or Steven? Sir Steve Iggy Lazard the Third. The Sir makes it even better. I think the Sir makes it even better. Hey, Estella, good morning. Estella. Oh, it's not that bad. I was about to say it's so early for you, but it's not that bad. It is Saturday though. I hope you're laying in bed at least. I was like, it's not that early, but it's still early. Dana, I started watching the portrait. Now I don't remember what the name of the show is. The one of the couple that you told me about. I'm obsessed, y'all. So the other day, Dana told me about Thank you for getting your heart, me, Estella. Dana. I don't remember the name of it. Portrait something. Portrait Masters. I don't know. And the lands. I watched one episode of one of the landscape ones. Um, Artist of the Year. Yeah, yeah. So y'all, if you all have access to, I think it's on the Zan video only that I found it, but it's definitely there. But if you have access, there's this show with I think the portrait one has 10 seasons. It's called Portrait Artist of the Year. Oh, it's on the YT also. Okay. Prime and the YT. Portrait Artist of the Year and Landscape. You have True? Yeah, be easy. That sir really, that really, um, that sir really closed the gap. Um, True. So, okay, y'all. Landscape Artist of the Year, Portrait Artist of the Year. I started watching the Portrait Artist one first because I did watch one episode of the Landscape and I was like, I'm gonna wait until after because actually even after watching all the Portrait Artists of the Year, I had already been obsessed with like portraiture. Not that obsessed enough to be like, oh, I want to focus on that, but I have to say after that, they have a hand blown glass one too. Oh, I gotta look for that. Yeah, Dana. Yeah, yeah, for real. And after watching, I don't even think I finished one season yet. I'm so obsessed. Like, yes, this is the sign. Joe, thank you for getting your heart, me. I was like, this is the sign. I really want to spend quite a bit of time on portraits. I don't know how to explain to y'all. If you have not seen these shows, y'all need to see these shows. Black Lotus, who are you telling to slow down and give yourself a break? It says Ron. Elena, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. You said that's why you like my live and my. Oh, thank you, Dana. There are definitely people like you, Dana, and I feel like we hopefully I'm getting them all in here. But y'all. Oh, you're telling Blondie to relax. It came up as Rhonda. That's why I was asking. Estella, Portrait Artist of the Year, Landscape Artist of the Year, and True. You're saying there's one called Hand. Is it Hand Blown Artist of the Year? It's a. They're British shows, and I don't know how to explain it. I love this show already, and there so far. I think there are 10 seasons, and I'm only once. I didn't even finish one season. It's really good. Nika, I gave the update of you knighting um Steve Iggy. So we have we now have the updated name. We now have the updated name for Steve Iggy. Nika, I gave the update of you knighting knighting him. Heidi, good morning. Welcome. Just Hand Blow Glass, 2 seasons. Okay, we need to check that out. Sir Steve Iggy Lazard. Don't forget the Lazard. He has to have that fancy last name. So, I love that we're spending so much time on iguana. Oh Lord. But yeah, so these you said the dance videos are cool. Dana, um I actually need to make more dance videos. I haven't filmed any dance videos. Um because actually Thursday when I printed was the first time in a long time that I've printed. So either today or tomorrow I'll print more and I'll do I'll do some dance videos because I need to post some too because I know people like the energy of the dance videos. Oh, are we? Oh, we're close to 10K. Yeah, yeah. If you can, if you, oh yeah, Dana. There's no other way to do it because there's no way to do all this volume. How do people get work done making all these videos? People wonder how I do it, but I reuse a lot of stuff. No, the sir is perfect. The sir is perfect. Um, so y'all, if you could just take a moment to tap your screen, just keep tapping your screen to like the live. Liking the live on TikTok means tapping multiple times. Like the more times you tap, the more likes actually go toward the count. So if you just keep tapping your screen so we can get to 10K. At 10K they supposedly do a push and we might get some additional folks in here with us. So yeah, y'all. Portrait artist of the year, landscape artist of the year, and I'm gonna look it up right now, True, so that we get the the name of the show. Is it Blown Away? Is it that one, True? Is that the one you're talking about? Blown Away. I see one called Blown Away. You know, I've never done a glass blowing class. I want to. I don't think it's something that I would want to do necessarily. Like as I just want to do one class. There's one called Blown Away. Is it that? Same. Netflix. All right, there we go. So these are you've seen that one. It's good. And yeah, I also love the Great Pottery Showdown. That's really good too. I like that. But I have to say, I love the Great Pottery Showdown. But this portrait artist of the year one, I don't know if it's because I feel an affinity for portrait art. Like I want to start doing it. Thank you for the you're awesome, be easy. If love to watch you love to watch a demonstration. No heat. You'd love to watch a demonstration. Oh, I see what you're saying, Dana. Like you wouldn't want to do it yourself with the heat, but you would want to watch. No class, yeah. I do want to try the class, but I don't think it's something that I would be interested in doing myself. And I think I'm with you on the like I would love to watch it. So I definitely want to watch that show. So portrait art the order I'm going in. There's also a show called American Artistry, and they travel around America and find old artists. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there are so many. Also, there's a show. It's called Forged in Fire, where they're doing like knife forging, and that is also quite awesome to watch because they are the competition. They're giving them some really gorgeous weapons to recreate, especially at the finale. Like the finale, the weapon that they have to create at the finale is like wildly beautiful. And there's quite a bit of historical reference in there, so there's a lot to learn. Fortune Fire is another one. Hey, Em, good morning. We are talking about like all these various creative shows that we could watch. Um, all kinds of creative shows that we've watched, that we could watch. Your boy used to be a blacksmith. Really? That's awesome. Dana, I think I've seen one or two of those. I think those I've seen on YouTube. So yeah, right now I'm obsessed with the portrait artist. So I'm going to watch Forged in Fire. Yes, Maximalist. And there are many seasons of it, and they do some interesting things with it. Forged in Fire is it originates on the History Channel, but you can find it on one of the other things. Oh, in Laguna Beach, there's an annual Sawdust Art Festival, and they do glass blowing demos. You see that? That's cool. You get to watch it. Forged in Fire really is good. So it was an old-fashioned outdoor day up. I would just watch. Yeah, that's awesome. True. I like that. I like that. BH Jean, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. BH Jean, are you saying this is the good place? This is the good place. Dwight Carter, you said. Photographer. Ah, and he's he's photographed some. Wow, he's photographed some icons. Portrait photography. Oh, I like that. Portraiture, and you know who my absolute favorite photographer has been for many, many years? Um, when I took my first photography class since 1983, yeah, that I just looked, so I have to check more of his stuff out. Um, y'all know I can't ever remember the names of things when I need to, or people. Frankly, I'll think about it um and say it later because all of a sudden I can't remember his name. So I'm right now the way my list is going, I'm starting with Portrait Artist of the Year, and I'm watching all the seasons of that. Then I'll move on. Man, the way the so the premise of the show, I'll talk a little bit about it, and then we can move on if y'all want, or we can continue talking about it. I will continue carving, but you know what I'm saying. So the way the show works is they have folks. It looks like folks submit their self portrait as the way to get into the show, and then however many artists are picked based on their self portrait to get into the show. And you're talking about folks that use every kind of medium you can imagine, and even folks that use the same medium, their styles are so varied and wonderful. It's so awesome. And then they have like what they do is they bring in um yeah, thanks for the awesomes and the slow motions. I appreciate it. They bring in like for I think it's for four each, like they break the artists into groups of four, I think it is. And they bring in is two different or three different sitters, models for them, and it's people that are like recognizable, like broadcast journalists, actors, whatever. It's people that are recognizable in the UK. It's some people like the one I watched the other day was the Spice Girls lady, but she was probably the most famous. Yeah, I haven't finished one season yet, so don't listen to me. But you know what I'm saying. And then those four artists have to capture the sitter. It's for they have a 4 hour time frame to create a portrait, and it's so amazing to see the difference in how folks capture the same person, and each person is supposed to bring like an object with them that is precious to them for whatever reason. Yeah, it's a very interesting show. That's all I have to say. I mean, that's I will leave you at that. But I'm obsessed with it, and I will continue to watch it, and then I'll move on to the next awesome one. It is, Dana. It is. It's really a really awesome, interestingly awesome show. Hey, Coach Chantel. Good morning. How are you? So I will certainly be trying to get um to finish. I will watch some today because I'm trying to make my weekends a little bit less pressure. I still will do some work, but alternating it with a little bit of like just relaxing stuff that is is pleasant but not related to my work in some way. Because the thing is because I'm doing so many things that I enjoy for the purpose of creating a revenue stream, I end up doing far too much quote unquote quote work. Black Lotus is Black Lotus. I hope that doesn't mean you're leaving because you're wishing a pleasant day to us all. I hope that doesn't mean you're leaving yet. Are you leaving us? Thank you for the slow motions, Coach Chantel, and for getting your heart me and for the popular. I do that because I every time with the populars I hear short stuff singing the popular thing song. But she has a great voice. I would not dare do that to y'all. Oh, I didn't. It's okay. You said no, you're not going. Oh, you're just wishing everybody a good day. You're not leaving us yet. All right, good. Good, Black Lotus. You're not leaving us yet. So, y'all remember, tonight is Saturday. Today's Saturday, so I will be here tonight at 7 p.m. Um, at 7 p.m. I think I'm going to do some. To, tonight we'll do drawing, and I'm gonna start the volume shapes practice because after starting the iguana that day and like art walk and agony, we're talking about like certain approaches to them. It really just reminded me that it was, as much as I want to go deep with every part of the practice, I practiced the flat shapes enough. And it's time for me to get into the 3D shapes now for the practice. And I did a lot of flat shapes already. So I want to get into the 3D shapes. Because now that we're doing animals, the volume shapes really make a difference in 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 creating that initial sketch form. So I am going to practice that. I found a resource that was actually pretty cool. He asked for how many corn porridge? Oh, this kid really. Trisha, he's lucky that his mom loves to cook because he then puts you to work, Trisha. Yo, Trisha T, for those of you that don't know, Trisha T does cooking lives. And she is a wonderful cook. And her son, Ethan, participates sometimes in her content and her lives. He's not like on camera, but he's definitely there because he loves it. But he very frequently is the person that has chosen what Trisha is cooking because that was his request for the day for the meal. And it's always like he's got a palate on him, this kid. And he's always asking for something that is, it's not just like for breakfast. He might be like, oh, bacon and eggs. Nothing so simple, y'all. Now, the request today is a porridge, but the specific kind of porridge is not is not the easiest porridge to make. Very specific. Oh, he's awesome. But guess what, y'all? I can't tell you when Trisha T goes live, because Trisha T doesn't have a formal schedule for her lives yet. She just does pop-ups. But her lives are fun to watch. Her lives are very fun to watch, and you'll learn. If you're not somebody that cooks, you'll learn a lot. And if you are somebody that cooks, you will learn a lot, and it's fun. Are you going back today? You said it's your fault. Yeah, you. I don't want to. You didn't ruin his palette. You actually developed it, which is great. It's great when kids have. If you have the opportunity to support it, it's great when kids have a varied palette. Um, but like I said, if you have the opportunity to support it, because it's not always easy, especially these days, y'all. The grocery situation is wild. Blondie, I have. Maybe not in the last. Have I seen so maybe so was there the day of the iguana, and also has been interacting. Yeah, at least Thursday, maybe even Friday. I saw so in content. Was Soso in the room yesterday? I don't remember if Soso was here, but at least Thursday, like evening. I think so. Not that long ago, Blondie. Yeah, not that long ago. I only start thinking if for Soso, I only start thinking, hey, if it's been a couple more than 2 days, or 3 days, because I know Soso's busy sometimes, and because sometimes she's or they're in a different country, it's like a different the schedule is not always that easy to keep up with. The not the schedule, the time zone. I'm like the schedule, the time zone. I'm the one that has a schedule. You're going to go live close to the end of the corn boiling. Well, what's the time? What time is that? True, you said you admire my patience with art. Hey, Flourish, thanks for getting your heart me. How are you this morning? How was your... Did you go live? You admire my patience with art. You have to learn something new all the time. Yesterday. A crushing Wednesday. So true, this patience that I have is something I'm working on. So don't be fooled. Um, I have not been patient with my stuff. And it's the discipline is something I'm trying to build. You said it's like patience. Flourish, no iguana today, but sorry y'all. I just saw the yellow, which means I got really loud. Let me back up. I'm sorry y'all. I can't imagine I just hurt you. Your ears. I forget that the camera is where the mic is, so I have to be careful. No iguana today, Flourish. We have talked about the iguana, though. But I will. I am going to do an iguana print though, for sure. I will do an iguana print, Flourish. We are definitely gonna do an iguana print. Well, the wild thing is, especially because I had already started drawing iguanas the day before, so naturally moving on to that is not that far of a stretch. But the 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 actual live action iguana was an interesting turn of events. I just nicked this, y'all. So let me see if I can fix it. It reminds you of shotgun houses. Limited commemorative iguana print. Maximalist. This is how we're going to talk about it. I love that. Yes. Yes, I see that. I do know what shotgun houses are, Flourish. That's why I paused for a second because I'm like, so, and I get it because I think these are doorways, Flourish, and I think that part of the reason that it is that a lot of this that style of home at the time they were built had like these decorative doors, right? Didn't they? Because I'm obsessed with decorative doors. Yeah, no, as soon as you said it, Flourish, I looked and I thought about it and I was like, you're right. Um, you are right. So yeah, so they're they're doorways that I am going to once I do the print, I'm going to use some different material, different medium, and make like decorative elements about it, like around it, like um, you know, like you know, you know when folks grow like flowers and stuff, and like vines around their doorway. I'm gonna put some of that in there, so it's gonna be similar to this. Let me show you, Flourish. Oh, Flourish, you'll enjoy this. Yeah, Flourish is a plant whisperer and also not in jest, but has a fabulous like it's a fabulous resource. So I'm going to do it similar, these tiny ones similar to this, where like plants, leaves, or some kind of floral stuff coming around it. So it's going to be similar to this decorative door with some stuff around it. So that's what I'm doing. But these babies are tiny and it's taken me, thanks Flourish, and it's taken me a lot of, oh Flourish, that's also a good idea. Switch plate designs. Yeah, that is a good idea. You are right. That is a good idea. So yeah, so I am, the, you know, these are super tiny because the actual print itself is gonna be 2.5 by 3.5. So it's a very small um, print. So yeah, I'm excited. But they are babies. Y'all, I'm squinting because you know I'm trying to read the screen to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Our YT chat. Nobody's coming into the YT today. One person was there. I wonder why. Yeah. Oh, you know what, Em? You're right. Let me see. They have two different, nowadays they have two different standard sizes for business cards. This is, look at that. This is a business, I didn't think about that before. This is a business card size. This is not the skinny business card size, you know? There's a, I think the second size is, they might be maximalist. It's not like there are a ton of people coming in, but I'm always like interested in seeing. Yeah, that's this one. That's you're talking about the little bit skinnier one, right, M? But this I like this style. It goes. Oh yeah, y'all want to see? This is the Add Pink and Stir. I don't know if you can even see. Can you see the impression there? I don't know if you can, but there's a very like kiss impression here, and then a much deeper. You can see the impression on this. Like you can see the much deeper impression here. Those are my Add Pink and Stir business cards. I like this size for my letterpress cards because it gives some room for the for you to see the impression. And y'all, when you have like the two pieces of paper used like butting up against each other, it doesn't have to be a different color, but it's a technique for print. It's called duplexing. when you do the split. So for letterpress, sometimes you end up doing quite a bit of duplexing, because when you do letterpress, the impression, depending on how deep the impression is, it shows on the other side of the paper. And then when you approach it from this style, this way, you are able to duplex, and so the other side doesn't show, and then you just have two beautiful sides of impression, which is nice. And it's a way to thicken card, like the stock of the weight of the card too. Yeah, it's hey our matrix, how are you? This is the white is 220 Crane's Lectra, so it's 100% cotton, and then the pink is it's cotton candy. It's candy pink. I don't remember what color plan. It's color plan. I had to look back there. It's 100 color plan, and then 220 Lectra. So it's quite. It the 100 plus the 220. It's a little thick, y'all. The 220 was already thick, but it's a nice size. It's a really nice thickness for business card. So yeah, this is how we get off like what we were originally talking about. One person says something, and then I remember 700 things. Anyway, let me get back to carving our pretty little doors. How are you today, our matrix? Am I missing anyone? No, I don't think so. Alright, I think I got all of the little tiny pieces in here. I still need to round that curve out and fix my, I dinged it right here, but I don't think it will be terrible. Yeah, this is still quite weird and dull. You're good, that's good. Oh yeah, I think I need to round it to fix it. I don't want that to be, I don't want it to be like a straight line, because it's going to change the impact of the curve there, in making it look like it has some depth. So I gotta take it slow and curve that out. But yeah, the good thing also about this decision is anything on some of these edges that I might feel not comfortable with in a print, I can disguise with gouache in whatever I decide to do with it. But I'm kind of excited about the possibilities with this. And we have gathered some really good ideas in here about what something like this could work with outside of the ACEOs even. Art Matrix, you can print on fabric with the carved blocks. What I tell folks is it's not impossible to print with this style of this is the Battleship Gray linoleum. It's not impossible to print with it, but what I tell folks is if you don't have some kind of press, it's easier for fabric printing to use those soft linoleum blocks. You know, Speedball has that pink, soft, rubbery type of block. That's usually easier to do fabric printing with if you don't have a press. These will work. You just have to get the to get the ink onto the. It's just a little bit of work, more work. But this style of linoleum will work. But if you don't already have the linoleum, I always tell people if you're going to do fabric printing, use those soft blocks to do it because it's easier. And when you're fabric printing, if you put something padded, like we had talked about, like quilt batting or that kind of thing, if you put a padded surface underneath, it also makes fabric printing a lot easier. So the answer is yes, they can work, but if you don't already have these, get the soft style block. Usually makes it a little bit easier. I am actually going to be doing some fabric printing art matrix. So if I don't do it on live, I'm gonna film because I'm working on some patterns for like tea towels and stuff. Thank you, Estella. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't even know if I said excuse me. I'm working on some patterns for like tea towels and stuff. So I am going to be doing, I can't guarantee that it's going to be in any way, shape, or form. Oh, Clarice, thank you. I hope you're still there. I was just saying nobody's over here, and you show up, and I'm missing you. I hope you're still there. So, yeah. Anyway, you get the point, Art Matrix. So if you have questions, you can just send me a message or drop into the live and ask it. You know, I don't mind whether I'm actually carving or not. Feel free to ask. But yeah, they can be used. Lots of people use them and make gorgeous stuff too. T-shirt. You can print on T-shirts, any kind of fabric. And it's gorgeous. You're done with. Oh, you had a wonderful breakfast. I like that. I still need to eat my breakfast, so I guess I need to. After this, it'll be. I just need to eat. Y'all, we actually made some decent progress here. I'm gonna look at it. Sorry, y'all. Later through the magnifying glass, but I might not need to make too many adjustments here once I examine it. Art Matrix, come on. You've been in here enough times to know that I love to run my mouth. So I don't mind when you ask the questions. I don't mind answering them. Clarice, I'm also live on TT. So when you see me talking to somebody that's not in the room with you, I'm over here. TT knows I'm over on the YT. I'm just letting you know. I'm not talking to myself over here. I'm talking to the folks on TikTok. I can imagine you figured out something like that, but I'm just telling you. Okay? No, Art Matrix, you can ask me whenever. I don't mind at all. And if you haven't done it yet, when I get to the fabric stuff, then you will at some point see me doing fabric. And then, is Nika still in here? No, she's not. Nika was mentioning that like a new scene was unlocked when I was printing in the garage that day, and actually, maybe not. I was gonna say I might be printing inside in another room when I do the fabric printing, but I think I just need to start making sure that I'm practicing because I really need to switch my I really need to switch my like mindset to the garage is going to be one of my studio spaces again, so I really need to make the adjustments in there so I can be there on a regular basis. I'm kind of excited about it, yeah. It's an interesting thing when you're forced to make changes and you know, sometimes it takes a little while to figure out how you're going to operate in that space of change. And I intentionally took the time to figure out the right thing that I wanted to do, and I'm glad I did because I feel very good about like the plans for the future. feel very hopeful about the awesomeness. So no more print shop that way, but beautiful work still to come. You printed with carved potatoes with your class before? Yes, that is true. That is actually a brilliant way to do it. I don't even remember how young I was when I printed with my first carved potato. I forgot about that. True. That's a nice memory unlocked. That is, and I always feel like whatever the teacher always decides that like some kind of like cross, not like a religious cross, but like some kind of two lines forming some kind of cross shape for whatever reason, um, is one of the designs that need to get printed. I don't know why. But yes. That is awesome. That is a nice memory. I haven't thought about something like that in years, true. That's awesome. See, now, true, there's a memory unlocked for them. Will be a memory in the future unlocked. You're just happy you found me. Oh, Clarice. Clarice, if you have questions, feel free to let me know. I am really trying to also increase my content over there on the YT. So I should be posting a lot more stuff. So if you have questions while I'm going, feel free to ask. Oh yeah, a lot of people. Hey, Unhinged and Farrell, did I say good morning to you? I think I said it in my head. I don't know if I said it out loud. Yeah, Dana, a lot of people have been into, I've realized a lot of people are getting into carving the pink erasers. And Minnie Bloom bought a bunch of pink erasers to use. But I'm sorry, I saw you come in in my head, I was like, oh, Unhinged and Farrell is here. And I realized that I didn't say it out loud. Good morning. um, But Dina, like I was telling Minnie, I hear a lot of people saying that they tried, like they carved the erasers as their first test out of carving, and I'm always like, y'all, I actually think you should try to carve on one of those like the soft blocks first to get used to warming up the motion with your hands before you touch those pink erasers, because those pink erasers are tiny, and navigating carving them without hurting yourself is not the easiest thing. When folks are doing like the hyper detail on those, oh, gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. I love to see it, and I like that people are doing it. I'm always like, I don't know if that's a good first one, unless you're doing a basic shape, which like the potatoes, I suppose. I think that's, and Dana, you're probably right. And in that case, I'm always like, y'all, just be careful. Make sure you have something, because the texture of those erasers is interesting. If you're on a smooth surface, they can move quite easily. And because they're so small, and if you haven't ever carved before, there is practice to control your movement. So I'm always just like, be careful if you are gonna use that as your first. You bought a large piece of pink speedy carve. That's awesome, Estella. And remember, you can also cut it up as um. That's that. Those blocks are easy to those blocks are easy to cut into with like an X-Acto knife or a box cutter or something of that sort. You cut it up as needed. Perfect. Yeah. I used to buy bigger sheets of the lino sometimes and cut them up as needed also. But I had found I caught a sale at Blake that was on top of a reduced rate for these 9 by 12 sheets, and I bought stacks of them. Y'all, I was ecstatic, and I bought stacks of them, which you can cut these up as needed too. You can buy cut proof carving gloves. They're not expensive. Oh, you do? I didn't know they weren't expensive. I've never looked at them because I already like implemented my method of so I don't cut myself. I would have to try those out because gloves are a weird thing for me. Gloves that are not perfectly fitted to my hand. Um Gloves that are not perfectly fitted to my hand are weird for me to use for certain things because I feel like it impacts my dexterity, and so I feel like I wouldn't carve well. I mean, I know it's something I probably would get used to, but yeah, I don't know if I would carve well, but I would try. Unhinged and feral. You only wear it just in case, like you might slip, so you wouldn't cut yourself. Folks need to. Folks need to do. I didn't realize they were I don't know why I didn't. I didn't think about it. Let's put it that way. You said you're taking notes, Dana. You're struggling getting used to digital work, like digital drawing work, Dana. Ah, that's a good idea. True. Yes. Your dad was a woodcarver. He always said start with a bar of soap. Oh, Dana, I love my fresco. Yeah, I'm glad you picked fresco. Sorry, y'all. I know the Procreate. I love Procreate too, but y'all, fresco. I use fresco primarily because it has vector brushes and because it fits into my production workflow. Um, hey, just fabulous. Thank you for getting your heart. Me, how are you this morning? Empanada, empanadita. Sorry. Hello, empanadita. Why did you leave? You're obsessed with all the different ways to print calligraph, intaglio, woodblock. You want to learn. Oh, Clarice, printmaking is, I don't know, it's officially an obsession. I will tell you this though, Clarice, I've tried lots of different printmaking techniques, and I don't do all of them on a regular basis. So if you're on here, you'll see woodblock, you'll see screen printing, you'll see letterpress printing primarily. I don't do a lot of the others on a regular basis, but there are lots of gel printing too. There are lots of folks that I don't know about on the YT, but there are lots of folks that do that work. I haven't. Have you tried all the different ones that you just listed, Clarice? Happy sweet Saturday, just fabulous. Thanks for the slow motions, friend. Um, yeah, Dana. It's not that I don't love Procreate. I do love Procreate, but I really love the fact that Fresco has the vector brushes, and also I love the fact that one girl, Kay, welcome in. Thank you for getting your heart me. And also, it just fits in my it just fits into my workflow really well because I ran a print shop and because I produce my letterpress commercially for wholesale. I have always started, not when I say always, I mean for the stationery brand, I always start my sketch digitally. The designs start digitally. A lot of people think they come in here and they see me drawing traditionally and they think that's the only way. I digitally illustrate probably more than anything else, which is why I chose to to go back to basics traditionally. Anyway, of course, I didn't learn digitally. I've been drawing for too many years. But I love Procreate, and but then Fresco has the vector brushes, and it cuts out a significant step in my process. And in terms of workflow, I can then just open up my document in Illustrator on my desktop, and my sequence flows really, really well. That's one thing when you start to do your art from a revenue perspective. You said you're just learning, watching on YouTube. Clarice, you are taking the approach of approaches, friend. It's a good idea. And test things out. And, if you feel like you're watching stuff and you're like, oh, man, that really looks cool. I feel like I would want to try it. Then start looking for, a lot of people have online classes that you can do. But I always, honestly, printmaking is one of those things that I'm not saying you cannot do it online and learn it, but if you get to go into a class in person, it makes a lot of difference for at least one. Skillshare, Estella, for printmaking classes. Yeah. Skillshare, is actually a really, I've had a membership to Skillshare for years. Some months I don't even ever look at it. I'll not look at it for months, and then I'll just get obsessed and watch classes for 2 months straight, and then I don't touch it. But I've had a subscription to Skillshare for at least 7 years. Another one that is actually good that I don't know if a lot of people know about, and their classes are super inexpensive. Clarice, another one to check is Domestika with a K for the car. They always are running sales, and their courses, they sell their courses for 99 cents, and they actually have a lot of different styles of printmaking and bookmaking classes. Because I think they're European based, and those printmaking is really still super heavily regarded in other countries, and so it is something that is really appreciated. So Domestika is also a good one to check out. But you don't have to, I don't know what their subscription looks like, but their individual classes are 99 cents. The most I've ever seen is $1.99, and it's a full-blown end-to-end good stuff. So that's one to check as well, y'all, if anybody's interested. Oh, you are. What kind of binding are you gonna do on Hinged and Feral? You want to go to at least one class? Yeah, be easy. In person, it's awesome. If y'all were local, well, not anymore, but if y'all were local to me when I had the print shop, you would have all been welcome to come. What style of binding are you gonna do on Hinged and Feral? I have a book binding one that is really good. Where is it? It might be downstairs. I don't even think they print it anymore. I bought it used, but it is really good. Where is it? I saw it the other day. Maybe it's downstairs. It's a big book. I don't know why I'm looking up there. It's not there. I hope it's downstairs. Oh, There's a whole set of books right here that I didn't even look at. Here. They're doing a flat bind. You can buy 9 watercolor journals for the price of 1 from the store. So this is it's called handbook binding. This is a really good book binding. Especially again if you're doing it by hand, this is a really good book. I don't think they make it anymore, like they print it anymore, but you can find it on like, you know, I got this one. I got it from maybe A-Books, one of those used online bookstores. It's really good. I don't like, you know, I already know bookbinding, so but it's a really great supplement, and I feel like if you don't know bookbinding at all, it would be a good book to use because it really shows basics. It teaches you the fundamentals. Um, you know, like it starts from the basic of bookbinding is creating signatures, really, because signatures fall into every. Oh, Unhinged and Feral, yeah, that's a good idea. The library. Did you get it? Did you get the name of it, or do you want me to show it again? So are you doing it? Are you gonna just do like a sewn binding? Like when I say that, like, are you gonna do like a? They call it singer sewn, but when you hand bind something like that, so it's flat, something like. It's so funny you're gonna, cause I need to make some myself. With some of this paper. Are you gonna do like a flat sewn binding, like this, or hand sewn? Yeah, cause these are good to go flat, and this is a really easy style if folks want to try that. And as long as you have the right paper, it's as long as you have the right paper, you're good to go. That's good. Oh, Clarice, you said you have domestica classes. Okay, good. They have some good printmaking ones. Um, you're in NYC in Brooklyn. I am in South Florida. I used to live in Brooklyn. I lived in New York for, I say 15 years, but it was more than that. Clarice, I'm in South Florida, in the Fort Lauderdale area, but I used to live in Brooklyn. Y'all, I gotta call my sister. She was supposed to be signing us up for, it's called the Great, no, I don't remember what it's called. It's been happening for many, many years. It's a walking thing. That's like you're walking 50 something miles in a day. Or I don't remember how many miles in a day. The Great Saunter, it's called. And I'm supposed to be going. If she gets us signed up, because it's like one of those things where you have to like set your alarm to sign up as soon as the list opens up, because within minutes they sell out. It's one of those things. So I am going to, if she gets us signed up, I need to head there for the saunter. It's the first week of May. But also, y'all, I need to train. That's a lot of miles. I've done that same number of miles in 2 days, but not one. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. It has nothing to do with bookbinding, printmaking, or otherwise. But Clarice saying in NYC made me remind myself that I need to start training. And Black Lotus reminded me about that the other day too. All right, y'all. I think we're gonna be here for about 10 more minutes. So I suppose I should do a little bit more carving at least. And you know, if you have questions, hit me in the chat. And I'll keep carving and talk and respond to them. I just did a move that was way too quick for considering that I wasn't concentrating on it before I came back, and I started carving far too quickly. I didn't reset my brain. I'm glad I didn't make a mistake. So y'all, another thing sometimes I do that helps with control is this thing, like with my finger. It helps a little bit with control of how hard I'm pushing. And if I feel, you can kind of feel the start of the blade going more than you want it to. And if I feel that I can kind of maybe do a course correct before it makes the cut that I don't want it to make. I don't do that all the time, but sometimes when I'm digging into the details, I will. You might only see me doing it sometimes, but it does help me, and I'm pretty sure that for some other folks it could be helpful. So that's something that you can try to see if that helps you with some of your control. And it's not one of those things where it's like practice, and then you don't have to use it again. It's something that you will probably use continuously. Maybe not all the time, but you will go back to it enough. It's not don't let anybody tell you it's a rookie move. Hey Tanya, good morning. How are you? Tanya, I was talking, this was earlier when we were talking about Sir Steve Iggy. I was saying I couldn't remember if it was in that actual live or in another live, or maybe even comments. You were like the live stream never fails. You were like, the experience is, there's always some kind of experience to talk about after, whether it's a topic we're talking about or what. Hey Grace, good morning. Thank you for getting your heart, me. So we attract interestingness in here. Yeah, I need to stop carving these tiny things right now because I need to use this more for these, and I keep going, and I'm like, Leanne, stop, because you are going to make a mark that you don't want to make. How are you today, Grace? Yep, I keep going. Well, what I'm doing is making sure that whatever is in front of the blade is not something that can get damaged if I push the blade too far, because I cannot see. I'm digging down a little bit more than if I tilt down and like just pick the blade back up, I'm less likely to slip into another piece that I don't want to touch. So I'm doing more of that here, going down with the dig. You know what I'm saying? The articulation skills on me is sometimes strange. But I feel very good about, even though I was talking a lot, I feel good about progress this morning. So tonight, I don't know. No, I'm gonna stick to. I gotta think about that. I was gonna say tonight I'm gonna do the practice, but what do y'all think? Since I've decided to commit to the night lives, should I just do it by day? So it would be what time is it? Oh, always a great room. Yeah, be easy is laughing when you say always a great room, Tanya, because be easy is the instigator most of the time. Be easy is the instigator most of the time. Although a few more people are getting warmed up to the instigation. But so what do y'all think about this? How if I broke it down into um Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Those are the days that there are no night lives. I would do those as the basic drawing practice days. And then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, which are the night live days, those would be printmaking lives. Yeah, sorry, I'm knocking. I was just hitting the tripod with my chair, so it was shaking. I didn't realize. I feel like that's a cleaner split and is easier to articulate to people instead of, oh, on the days that I do a night live, in the morning I'll do printmaking and at night I will draw. I feel like if I say Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday is drawing, basic drawing days, and then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday are printmaking days. Oh, Clarice. Clarice. I am there, but I'm not there. Let's put it that way. I'm working on that. Soon to come. Make sure you're subscribed to me, Clarice. I'm here. You know it doesn't tell me if you subscribe right now. Make sure you're subscribed so you know what I'm cooking up, my friend. Because we're cooking up something over here. Some good stuff. That will be beneficial to the whole community, Clarice. So make sure you're subscribed so you get the goods. So you get the goods. More to come on the Patreon thing or an alternative. Let's put it that way, Clarice. That sounds good to you on Hinge and Farrell. Yeah, I feel like that's also cleaner for my brain because already I'm thinking to myself, oh, what am I gonna do tonight? Should I draw? Should I this? But so I'm gonna keep carving tonight. And then I know exactly how I'm gonna do it. Y'all, this is gonna hold me accountable. So Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays, I am going to do printmaking, and some of the morning ones will be actual printing lives like what we did on Thursday. Um you know what? I don't know if I would be able to get my lighting set up properly. Oh, y'all, no special guests on Hinge John Farrell. No special guests. You certainly are, Clarice. Good. You said you have a sister named Clarissa M. That's that's that is close. Yes, Estella, you are right. And I will tell you this. I am actively working on it, but I am going to try my best, but I do not think I am going to be finished with it. I'm not gonna make any excuses. I waited. I was supposed to do a bulk of it yesterday, and I should. Oh, Blondie, look who just stepped into the room, Blondie. I was supposed to do a bulk of it yesterday, and of course because I left it to the last minute, something else came up that I had to do with my mom all day yesterday, and so I should have spaced out the work a little bit more. I'm supposed to be putting my packages up on the site, Estella. But I am actively working on it. So if I doubt that I'll get it done today, but I should be able to get it done by the end of the day tomorrow. So don't even bother. Just get those eyes out of here. Get those eyes out of here. Um, Blondie was asking for you, So. Blondie, So's here. Um, you said great. Now the rest of the party is here. Just get those eyes out of here. So yeah, y'all, that is the plan. Iggy has been a big interruption, also. My goodness. So yeah, I am going to post two things, and then not well, we're not done with Iggy, y'all, because I'm trying to ride the Iggy train for a while. Well, like Dana was saying, let's see if I can make a viral moment out of Iggy. But I have the full video to post, like the end to end of starting to pull the tail and Iggy dropping out. Um, Unhinged and Feral. Um, yeah, I saw the yellow start to get red. That's how loud I got. I like that. I like that question on Hinged and Feral. I'm not sure that I was planning that, but I actually like that question, and I feel like I could set something up that would work. I will say this: I probably will not be able to do it. To be able to start something well planned until maybe Q2 to start. Because I need to coincide with some work that I'm doing so that I'm not just building up a structure for that. But on Hinge and Feral, I didn't really plan on doing something, but honestly, you asked the question and I'm just like, whatever, I can do it. Um, I I can definitely do it. You said they forgot he was alive. So I don't know what these eyes are about. These eyes now, the other eyes before, I know. I don't want to say no to. I don't want to say no to things that I really am capable of doing. Um, yeah, I don't want to say no to things that I'm really capable of doing. Unhinged and Feral, you all hear me talk about this stuff all the time, but sometimes when I think about the things that I can offer, I get in my head and imposter syndrome steps in and does all kinds of foolishness. So I'm trying my best not to say no to things that I know that I can do. Unhinged and Feral. Now you got True with the eyes. So Unhinged and Feral, I am going to do it. I just will not be able to do it soon. You know what I mean? Let's put it that way. I am going to create something that would be beneficial from that perspective and would be part of our greater conversation that we've been having about the space where we will um, dive deep. You know, we touch a lot of great stuff and we have a lot of conversation, but we do need a space where we will dive even deeper. Unhinged and Feral, I hear you. And actually, some of the things that you had suggested and some of the things that we had talked about in terms of that space and how certain, like for folks that need certain kinds of support, sometimes we could manage. That is one of my that's like one of the things that I will make sure is part of it because I know. Listen, we have to be clear about things. This is my this is not a hobby for me. This is my life. Oh, Clarice, I appreciate you so much and thank you for subscribing. And Clarice, I am here every morning. I co-stream to YT every morning, and then also on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, I'm here at 7 p.m. So there are lots of lives to check out if you want to. But yeah, definitely check out my content, friend. Thank you. And I appreciate you hanging out for such a long time. I hope it was helpful. Um, so like I was saying, y'all, I have to. There are lots of things I play. This is not a hobby for me. This is my life. This is how I make my money. But I am also someone that feels like it is important to share. And I'm gonna say my expertise. Um, it's important to share my expertise and to add value. And I want folks to feel like yeah. So I'm saying it. I'm sorry. I have to say it. I'm not apologizing. I'm saying it. That it's important that I share my expertise because it is expertise. I'm 20 plus years into both sides of this game. The business running of the game and the creative part of the game. So like I gotta stop pretending otherwise. Um, but at the same time, again, this community collective cooperative style environment that I am building is something that is very important to me. True, true. That is very important to me. True. I'm coming back to your eyes because I know exactly what those eyes are. Y'all, True made some predictions. True, was that the first or like the second time you came into this room? No, unhinged and feral. This. I know you get it. This is not. This is in general. I'm talking, but at the same time, it was the second time. At the same time, y'all, it is important to me that everybody be able to benefit. And if I need to make adjustments and we figure things out how everyone can benefit, then we're that's gonna get done on Hinge and Feral. And it's exactly the same kinds of things that we were talking about that last time. You know, whether it's like work share, cooperative, scholarship, whatever it is, I am not not everybody's gonna when I say everybody, I mean the folks that are part of this community. Y'all have been showing up for me in ways that I don't even know how to express how much I appreciate, and I've got to take this to the next level for y'all. This is an important thing, and if Estella, y'all have heard me talk about it too, but like directly to Estella about like originally my print shop, my whole studio space had originally been planned as a cooperative space, and I ditched the plan for a number of reasons, but that is the heart of who I am. That's who I am as a person. I don't know how not to share. But I have to figure out a way to share that butters my bread and supports everyone that is in my community in a fair way all around. And I know when I say I have to figure it out, I am going to figure it out. I will figure out a way that works for all of us. And that is actively in progress and it's coming. It's coming, y'all. Um so yes, unhinged. Yeah, why do I get asked questions and I gotta go off on 700 tangents to answer it? True is throwing eyes, y'all, because True came True, you were in the room one day and then you came in another day and True made some predictions about how contextual expertise. True literally predicted how successful um this community would be. True asked me also, am I on the YT? Because the YT that's gonna be an important part of my progression and all that. Yeah, True. The second time True came into this room, like I think you said you had visions, like visions um about the progress here. True does. The second True believed in me when I was not believing in myself in that in those times. Um, and True didn't even know me, but something happened. Anyway, y'all. Oh, here we go again. You all have always have me come into this place where I gotta start blinking my eyes real quick because I can't even blink them fast. True hasn't been the only one. Every single one of you that is in here with me on a regular basis. It doesn't have to be every day. Um, on a regular basis, have affirmed me, have encouraged me, have allergies, of course, have been have have championed things that I bring in a completely like idea phase and are like jumping all over it. You all have been part of helping me to trust myself again and call it what it is. Call it what it is. I that that part unhinged and feral. That part. Um, and the wild thing is that I have known that because even in my corporate life, yeah, my face is getting red and everything. I can see it. Even in my corporate life, that is a natural. That I do know that. I just have not that I haven't accepted it. I haven't felt confident in it. I don't know why, y'all. I don't know why. That is what you. You said you also have a vision of a woman with brown hair with little brown blonde hair helping me lots. Oh God, I can't, y'all. Y'all are Rodo Ken SJ. Anyway, I also one of the important things to me is, and as I get around this platform, I realize there are so many amazingly talented folks, and I have a knowledge base from folks that can support folks in being able to generate income through their talents, and know where to start because some folks don't even feel like they know where to start, and I can get people started and off to the races, and I know that. And I have to also think of it from the perspective that how can I be given these kinds of gifts, like you said, on Hinge and Feral, and not lean into them fully and share them? I think that I need to. You said that was video 3 that you saw that? What did you say? Be easy? You said that's what community does for each other. Friend facts. All right, y'all. I can't be crying on these people, Beyonce's interwebs, y'all. This is wild work. All right, I gotta go. Truthfully, it's been 2 hours and 16 minutes. It is time to go. I said I was leaving in 7 minutes, 20 minutes ago. Unhinged and Feral, this is what I want to do. I want to help folks like you. And I'm ready to do it. So I got a lot of work to do, and I appreciate all my accountability partners, my thought partners, my community here. I'm proud of this, y'all. I'm proud of this that we're building, and every like couple of days, one more person joins us. Like the real people join us, and I'm excited about that. Unhinged and Feral, let's do it. We're gonna figure this out. We are gonna figure this out in a way that can work for everyone. Hey Gloria, of course they're sending people in. When I said I'm leaving, I gotta go because y'all have me emotional. I'm hungry. It gets to 11 o'clock and I'm chomping at the bit, and now it's 11:20. True. True. I am in my feelings. True. We're doing this. As long as this is my thing, I'm building something that if people are committed to doing the work, I am committed to being the right type of guide. Let's put it that way. At the very basic level, you have to be committed to doing the work, though. In my feelings, all in my feelings, Estella. And you know, when you talk about the universe and all of these things, I can't. Let me see what you said. Me by 11. Yup, that's true. If y'all are committed to doing the work, we will find ways to make it work. In a communal way, sometimes in a one-on-one individual way, we'll figure it out. And also, there's a part of it where we figure out what's not the right thing, and so you stop wasting your time doing the wrong things, and you turn on the path that's the right path to get into where you need to go. So there's that component of it too. There's lots to think through. Anyway, let me shut up because if I mess around, I'll be here for another hour. And I was gonna say that look, one live where we didn't have any like stuff, like eventful things, but we never make it out of a live without something interesting happening. Y'all, you've been feeling your crochet is the wrong thing. And it might not be, but you said something that sounded like the right thing to me up there. You said tomorrow I need to thread in 30 minutes. You're right, Dina. Then I'll be gone only 20 minutes or 15 minutes past the time. Okay, y'all, remember, 7 p.m. tonight. I'm back again. Today's Saturday, so I'm back at 7. So anybody that has time to hop in, please do. I am going to be carving again because I do need to finish these. So I will be carving and we will be chatting. And thank you all, as always. See you later. Take care. I will stay iguana free. Let me stop. I need to stop talking about the stupid iguana. Goodbye, y'all. See you later if you can make it. All right, my friends on the tube, we are out of here. We are heading out. Because we have lots of work to do today, and please look out, if you're on YouTube, please look out for new content to come, educational content, things of that nature, things that will be helpful overall to your work and your practice. So feel free to join me here, either live or consuming, like watching my videos. Excuse me. That was interesting.